Well, hello, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu here on Buto Plays Whatever. In our previous episode, we dealt with the Shambler. And we're kind of losing our mind. We're now off and inspecting a bookstore in order to get further deeper into this mysterious game. I am very much enjoying this game. An old diary. Diary of the pastor's wife. Okay, clues. Actually, I think we're heading towards the end game right now. This isn't a very long game. Sadly.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
But I've enjoyed the game thus far. Darkwater history. And I'm looking forward to see exactly what is going to come to pass in all this nonsense. Okay, that looks like something else. Alright, let's inspect this bookstore. Okay, so there is more. Head on over there. Any more clues? No, I don't want my lantern. I want my trusty light. Anything else I should be wary of over here? There's something right here.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Occultism. Clues over here. Oh, medicine. Very nice. Clues over here. Yeah, we read the book. What does this
strange book contain? This book contains unholy.
Oh, Malice Bistrom. Is this... Oh, the original Malice Bistrom. Oh, okay, so we actually didn't skip past that. I was wondering about that because we found the second volume. Now we found the first volume. Very nice. It's like I didn't recall like missing that. I'm trying to pay as close attention as I can to getting all these clues. More medicine. Well, we're just getting all the medicine. How are we doing on this? No, not that one. Medicine. We're 2 out of 5. We're almost way to the third one. And it's like, man, what did I miss? We are 3 out of 5 on occultism, though. How many points have we got? We got 5 points. One more point, we can get one more into that psychology. Which is what I do want to amp on up. See if it helps us with anything. Is there anything else? You'd figure in a bookstore you would be learning quite a bit, though. So I guess that does kind of make sense. Okay, let's check out this room first, since it didn't seem to lead to anywhere. Make sure we get all the clues. All these tasty clues. There's a goblet. I can't drink from the goblet. No. More Darkwater history. I will know the entire history of this place when all is said and done. Oh, I thought that was dynamite there for a second. Okay. Oh, more clues over here. Oh, it's just my inkwell. Okay. So this guy's really into human dissection and stuff like that. Is there anything over here I should know about? No, before we go up into this place where you know it's going to lead me into danger?
What happened here?
Secret agent man.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood.
Oh, there was a break-in.
Seemed like amateur work.
That can only mean one thing. Shanky McShankins is behind this. So we got...
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Okay, so we're investigating the whole thing.
No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
So were they looking for anything? Doesn't seem to be any clues over in this direction. Wait, did I spy something? No, just the glass. Okay. So they didn't go in there. They came from this backish room upstairs. What? Yeah, this is where we were. They were staring.
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Cultism, baby. Oh god.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Charles Hawkins got blown away by the occult? Man, we're really recreating this scene.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Not good enough for me.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
Oh, what are you doing over
put
here?
in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Huh. Interesting.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
It's a possibility. Okay, so more.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and
Sold
an
for
old
$2,000.
amulet?
Whew! Key of Rayla. So is there any other clues? Nope. So I can't bust into that. Oh, hello.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this place of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. Okay. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still out of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clue to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Capital importance. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order of the pleasure of reason, but disorder and the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intelligence and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Mistake University. The content of this safe is not only of a vast digestive knowledge, but also a weapon that must be far too dangerous for it to fall in the wrong hands. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger this represents, that you will be acting accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to serve for your efforts. Okay, each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Of capital importance. Like, it makes me think that the capital letters are what's important, but I mean, I got a W, I got an I got a G, E, O, I, 2 I's, yeah, too many I's. So each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. So, cylinders. More medicine. That looked important. Is that just the note we just tore it on out? So, celebrated author. Give me my clues. Sold for $2,053. My inventory. Case for me. Okay, so My celebrated author. What author is he speaking of? I keep pushing the wrong button here. My inventory, where are my... Kirilla, no. Inventory, knowledge. So... Oh, darn it. No, no, no. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Illustrated. Okay, so what did his note say? No, no, no. Inventory. Percent search genius to match my intelligence and find the combination. I would ask that. Okay, each cylinder is numbered as if the celebrated playwright says, "Order of the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination." Because even though I am usually an adept of organized chaos, is it 011? I mean, those are the capitals of both those things. We can try that. How do we turn this? Okay. Of his favorite author.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Nightmare Lyrics, collection of poems.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Volume 7.
Arkham Editions.
9.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
6.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
6.
Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
6, 7, 9.
Another volume by Arkham
1.
Editions.
Aurea Linda.
Arkham Editions. Never heard
Things
of
that
him.
should not be. Okay.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
So is that all of them? It's just right around here. Okay. So. They gave me a tasty riddle. Of course they did. Okay. A page seems to be hidden here. Okay, so okay. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity, the sharp mind can hope to gain access to my most precious possession that lies within my safe. The Kus combination will be found in 3 cylinders. Each hidden word life and study combined in the Greek world. Okay, each cylinder is numbered. Even if, as celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. Each hidden word life and study combined in the Greek world. If by chance a person's say genius was to match my intelligence to find the combination in the safe, I would ask to deliver its contents in the safekeeping my friend. Okay, so order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
The Key of Solomon.
Arkham Editions.
Key of Solomon.
Never. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Isis Unveiled. And there's the capital letter.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Okay. Opera and 8 Acts by O.C. Brodiguera.
Arkham Editions. Never
The
heard of them.
Proficiencies.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Who was his favorite author? See, that one's by Sonnenbach.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Albert Wentworth. Things that should not be.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
N.M. Kungalios.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
H.P. Blavatsky. Isis Unveiled.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
They're all done by different
Arkham
authors.
Editions. Never heard of him.
Well, that one's
How
edited.
many volumes are there in this collection?
L.W.
Another volume
Lawrence.
by Arkham Editions.
By Renato Chetu Bergera is an infamous lyrical work processing is said to be the opera was formed once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. The volume is part of the supernatural. Okay, let's double check to see if there is anything else.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide.
Aha.
Perhaps listen to them.
There's 2. It's like, it can't be the books. The cylinders must leave a message to it. Okay. Is there any other clues around here? It's like I'm just trying too hard here. Hello.
A kind of chalice.
Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Okay, so that has something to do with it.
Things are not looking good.
Okay.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be
Okay.
the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attraction.
Red drops.
Chalice of knowledge.
So how many on there? Okay, so let's count from the crack. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5.
Henry. And I do confess it. I am
5
willing
red
to
drops.
pay to
Queen
know
has
its
little
secrets.
protection.
5. Okay. 5 red drops. Okay, so that's my first clue. So let's just go ahead and set that up over here. It's like get my mind straight here with this riddle. And the second cylinder.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Okay.
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse
So there's only
to be the
3 people to
playthings of
protect
destiny.
the White Queen. 3 right there. And then the third cylinder referred to volume 9.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed...
Volume 9. Which I believe is right over
these are
here.
the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is the part of the Arkham mythology. Volume 9. Could that be it? There we go, baby. What have I discovered? This is very occultish. Oh, hell no. So is this the guy I'm supposed to be releasing? The Great Dreamer, Cthulhu. I've been I've been watching a whole bunch of things about Cthulhu. And it's been very interesting to... Oh, God damn it, no, not back at the Institute. It's been very interesting knowledge being performed into my brain from everything that I'm supposed to understand about Cthulhu and the mythology behind it. Let me just say, H.P. Lovecraft was very imaginative, and I'm going to say borderline just a lunatic, man. The crap he dreamed on up is just insane, especially given the time era. You know, just just insane, man. This guy created his own basic universe. And the lore behind it with all these gods and demigods and such, it's really interesting. I haven't read any of the work, but basically I've just had recaps of all the different deities and stuff that construct the universe, and it's pretty nutty. It is absolutely nutty. I'm actually very interested in reading about it because, like, the tales, like, they're just general recaps of everything. And the different interpretations of all these gods and demigods, the way they look and such, is quite interesting. Game save.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says
What?
Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal
Mary
loss
Colden.
of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
I am
No.
certain of this, nurse.
Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
So is this guy impregnated?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him.
I like
His body
the
simply
binoculars
can't
on the
cope.
captain back there. I couldn't help but
Where
notice
could he
that.
have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their
It
lives.
makes me
but the
wonder.
world
Okay, so
isn't ready yet.
under the mythology of
Will
Cthulhu,
be
he had people
in
that
time.
I will not let you do
would basically
this.
do his bidding, and
You
they look like
disappoint me, Marie,
mini
but
Cthulhus.
I still have hope you'll one
And
day
they're the ones,
share
they're
my
basically his
point of view.
soldiers.
In the meantime, take care.
Makes me
of
kinda
your
wonder if that's
patients
what this
and
guy's
try
turning
not
them
to
into.
forget who you're dealing with.
Is the soldiers of
Is that a
Cthulhu.
threat?
Because Cthulhu
What did he mean?
was a huge,
It was a
huge
warning.
being.
Dr.
Like,
Fuller is this institution's
at least a
founder,
couple times
one of our
bigger than
profession's
the
most influential voices. My
Statue of
word is
Liberty.
no weight against his.
But his
If I
minions
continue
were
to
basically a
protest-
people size.
I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Okay, so... Get into Fuller's office. So we're gonna have to break into this guy's office.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
I see. Okay. So we're gonna have to break into Dr. Fuller's office, which sounds like a task unto itself. But that's as much time as I got for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed today's episode, go ahead and leave a like, comment on down below, subscribe. When we come on back, we're gonna break into Dr. Fuller's office and get to the bottom of what it is exactly he's creating on over here. But yeah, until then, everybody, you take it easy, and I'll see you around. Peace.